We have a $45 budget this week. We're starting at Fred Meyer's. We're gonna grab a baby cart. I do try to get most of the produce at a higher quality store and then work my way to the discount store. So we're gonna start by getting a bunch of bananas. And I always try to get a lot of them because they go fast. Alright, it looks like something wandered in my cart from Jordan, so we now have bananas and juice, but I wanted to check out their tomatoes. Looks like they're still fairly high. In my opinion, they're high, but these ones are not my favorite. I think we might just go with some Roma tomatoes. Wait a minute, they do have the $5 deal, and I do like the petite medley ones, and this one actually looks fairly good, so let's go ahead and put that in our cart as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get a 69-cent cucumber. I feel like that one's kind of small. We're gonna make chicken wraps. Jordan's famous chicken wraps with that. I know people hate it, but I don't use bags. I'm also gonna get a red bell pepper. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. I would normally buy onion, but I have onions left over, like a half of a small bag of onions. I am looking for a bag of salad. I did see some clearance ones, but I'm waiting for this lovely lady to pick hers and I get to pick mine next. I was gonna get this one, but it's looking pretty sad, so I think I'm just gonna get one of these $2.99 digital deals. Go ahead and go with my favorite avocado ranch. We don't need any potatoes this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Something just flew in my cart, Jordan. Man, can't live with them, can't live with them. I am going to get a head of cabbage. These are small, so it's perfect. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. Okay, so this is 1 pound. This one says 2 pounds, so it must be this one. I think I'm going to try to get just a regular bag of carrots, because this seems like the better deal. $2.29 for this bag. It's 2 pounds. Let's go ahead and put it in our carts. Normally would get guacamole or avocado, but Jordan did end up going to Costco to get the little self-serve cups of mashed avocado. So I'm not getting anything like that today. I am gonna check the meat department for any deals, but to be really honest with you, we need to eat the meat that we have in the big freezer first. If you do not know, I have a 7.1 cubic foot freezer. We do stock up things like meat and frozen items, frozen veggies, just so that way it helps our budget and we can bulk buy when the price is right. But we can't skip my favorite section, reduced meat. Can't say no to that. So we're gonna check it out and see what they have, and if there's anything that I want to put in the cart. It looks like they do have some bacon as well, which is exciting. Oh, that's not on clearance. Wendy's burger patties. Interesting. Has anybody ever tried these? I've never even seen these before. I think I am going to pass on the reduced meat this time because there isn't really anything in here that seems like it could be part of my weekly meal plan. And as usual, the chicken breast prices are about the same everywhere else. I know folks like to give me some suggestions on buying whole chickens, but we don't really like the giblets and bones and tendons and all that, so this is what my family will eat. We are going to check out egg prices because the baking season is really just around the corner, and we're going to be doing a lot of baking. Okay, strangely enough, the extra large eggs are cheaper than large eggs. Just like a few months ago when medium eggs were cheaper than large eggs. Kind of seems strange to me, but I guess this is what we're gonna go with. They look pretty good to me, no cracks or anything. We are also skipping yogurt unless I find it on a really good sale, because Jordan also got yogurt when he went to Costco. I'm sorry I didn't post the Costco video, but it was kind of last minute and he had to get a ride from a family member during that time because we did not have the van. It was in the shop. I also need to get some butter, but I'm not going to get regular butter. I'm just going to go with my favorite Imperial margarine because it's cheap. Hey, something else ended up in my cart. What is this? What is this? Men. I'm just joking. He can put whatever he wants in the cart. He can put whatever he wants in the cart. That's fine with me. After all, he does pay for the groceries for the most part. I know I haven't really mentioned that, but that's kind of been the trend of the $40, $45, $50 a week grocery meal planning. I'm not going to get a whole gallon of milk. I was requested to get whole milk because my youngest child doesn't like 2%. So let's go ahead and grab a half gallon. Really, this is for cooking, baking, cereal, and a dollop in my milk, or in my coffee. I almost said a dollop in my milk. A dollop in my coffee. We're gonna check out the clearance bakery items before we check out, because I think that that's all we're getting here at Fred Meyer Kroger, and we're gonna move on. But I'm not really seeing anything, even though I do love King's Hawaiian rolls. I'm not sure I'd want it as a burger bun. A little too sweet. These look delicious. But I can always make dessert, so I think we're gonna pass. Alright, we made it to the discount store. If it was not for this store, I probably wouldn't be able to make my budget. Oh, they have such pretty orchids. I am seeing a little bit of emptiness. That's okay. Let's move along to the aisles. I don't have any money for this right now, and I just got a bunch, but $1.99 is a pretty darn good deal. We are going to check out the pet section because it happens to be the closest section to the door, and I never know when I'm gonna find a really good deal on cat or dog food. Okay, they do have these 4 for $1, so I am gonna go ahead and grab 4 of them. I've only been using these little Slurpees, Friskies toppers for the kittens. So let's go ahead and put those in the cart. Okay, we're hitting up the clearance section first. These are 2 for 97 cents, but they are very small, and I don't feel like that's the best deal for my buck, so we're gonna pass on these chips. I'm not sure my husband would love it, but I am thinking that's a good deal for tomato puree. So I think I'm gonna get a little bit of these, a few of them. Okay. We only have quite a stock of tomatoes in our pantry. I just keep dropping stuff. Oh my gosh, do you see it? 97 cents for coffee. I'm gonna get one of these. I'm not the biggest peppermint fan, but you know what? I'm gonna grab 2 of these. These can be made into gift baskets, or with gift baskets I should say, for 97 cents. Not bad. That is a score. Also see these Chef Boyardee pizza makers are still $1.97. I was hoping that they would go down in price, but we're gonna pass on that. Moving along to the dairy products, I am very excited because my favorite time of year has come around, and there is eggnog. Of course, I'm gonna check out the shelf to see if there's any gluten-free options that are a very good deal like we have found in the past, but nothing seems to be going on. However, I was considering getting some bagels because I'm feeling a toasted bagel with some cream cheese, but I don't want to pay $2.99, so we're going to go ahead and pass. I am going down the baking section because I feel like I did see them. 99 cents for frosting. I know I can make my own frosting, but I want to try this lower sugar Betty Crocker chocolate frosting, so we're going to go ahead and put one of those in our cart. I'm not the biggest fan of spicy things, but spicy chicken noodle soup for 25 cents seems like a good deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and get 4 of these. All right, we are down the canned aisle where I am seeing a deal here. 37 cents for the crushed roasted tomatoes. I do not need any more. I have so many of these we need to use in chilies and soups and all the things coming up in winter. So I'm gonna pass on this, but I'm just letting you guys know, yes, things get fairly cheap. So same with the whole peeled tomatoes. I do have a bunch of these, but they're 47 cents. And that is a 28 ounce, 1 pound can of tomatoes. We are going down the cereal aisle because I'm just checking to see if they have any deals on cereal. It is a household favorite and breakfast and maybe possibly a dessert every now and again. Oh my gosh, I have not seen these frosted lemon Cheerios before. Have you guys ever tried these? I'm curious. I also wanted to try these frosted bran flakes because bran cereal is actually my favorite, but I haven't got around to trying it because I don't want to pay the price. Here's some more clearance items, but it looks like it's pretty much gone. It's gone. That's okay. I'm also really trying hard to stay away from the freezer section because our freezers, between the regular freezer and the big 7.1 cubic foot freezer, we're pretty much full. We have some deals on the yerba mate. It is 2 for 97 cents. I don't love these. I have tried them before. Let me know, do you like them? I want to make pizza, so I think I'm going to grab one of these pizza cheeses. It's mozzarella and parmesan for $1.99, and it can go in the cart. Almost forgot, we are going to check out the meat over here because sometimes they have cheap chicken, which it looks like it is still $2.69 a pound here, which is okay. It is what it is, but sometimes they have it for $1.15 or $1.10 a pound. That's when I want to stock up. Okay, this makes me laugh. Pumpkin flavored tortilla chips for $1.99. This seems kind of interesting. Not sure I'd try it, but it is an option. Another oddity, broccoli puffs. No thank you. No thank you. I'm good. I think we're gonna hard pass on these. That's not a thing. No, it's not. Decided I'm getting the bagels. Getting the bagels, I want them. I'm just looking for regular Philadelphia cream cheese, but I didn't know that they had frosting. Has anybody tried this? Go ahead and grab one of these Simply Go plain cream cheese, and it's going in the cart. Find a snack. Superfoods Flamin' Hot Cheddar Cheetos, Chester Cheetos for 50 cents. I'm gonna get 2 of them for my spicy kid, the one that likes the spicy stuff. Also down here looking for more of those squishy axolotl toys, but I'm not seeing anything. But they do have squishy cubes. So I am going to make a phone call to see if the squishy cube will be an option or not. So I have a soon-to-be 11-year-old, so I need to look at some options for some little gifts. But I'm not seeing anything that's jumping out at me. Alright, you guys, this doesn't seem like a lot. I did pay over my $45. It was $46.76 for everything. I scrounged for the $1.76. It's okay. We can go over every now and again as long as it's not a ridiculous amount. So, and I will say this as well, this is not a challenge, this is reality. This is reality for some folks. Like this is all I can afford this week. We are doing the video on the huge freezer that we have. We're going to use that. We're going to use our pantry goods. We're going to use the stuff we have in the fridge. So this isn't everything we have to live off of. Thankful for that. So let's start off with all the things. Let's start with the canned goods. I did grab 4 of these spicy chicken noodle soups. I'm going to bring these to work. However, sticky note, Amanda fail. I didn't bring a bowl or a spoon or a fork or a butter knife or a plate the last time I went to work. And I have been making very simple meals to bring to work, but you kind of want to eat it on something and with something, and that's when you realize you've worked in the food service industry for so long that you think everywhere you go, they got something you can eat with. So, if I'm going to bring stuff like this for my locker, I need to make sure to bring myself a bowl and a spoon and all the different things. Got 4 cans of the tomato puree. I'm going to make lots of Italian dishes. We're doing a lot of homemade pizzas, all the different things. If you guys haven't seen my cooking videos, I do have a cooking playlist. I did get 2 of these spring rolls. I didn't do a video on this because there were so many people in front of the frozen discount case that I could barely reach in there. So I'm going to go ahead and say that these were 2 for 97 cents because that's why I have 2 of them. Also got these Dunkin' Donuts Puller Peppermint coffees. I am likely going to try one and then gift the other one to my bestie and his wife because I like to share, and if I don't like it, I know they'll drink it and make some peppermint mochas, which that's really what I'm going to do with that. Also got some Toll House semi-sweet morsel mini little chocolate chips. I use these in my yogurts with my berries. I also use them for baking, so we're likely going to need them, and this was the cheapest I found them, and they were at the discount grocery store. I was not going to pay $7 for these at a regular grocery store. No thank you. So I got them while they were cheap. I also got one of these low sugar frostings. I'm going to make some keto cake, and then because it's gluten-free, and I believe this is gluten-free, yep, just contains milk, we are going to make a little dessert. Also got 2 of these Superfood Cheeto Flamin' Hot popcorn. This is for my youngest child who loves to get his spicy eating on. Also got a cabbage. Also got large eggs. We did get 2 things of cheese. This will be for tacos and other meals. And this is the pizza cheese. I also got some margarine. I do usually keep these in the freezer, but I'm running low. So I grabbed one because I realized that we have one in the freezer and that's it. Also got whole milk this time as a request. I got told that the 2% milk is too watery. We also got cream cheese to go with our bagels. Also got, if you hear crunching, it's a baby kitty playing with some paper that came out of a box. Got some petite metally rainbow little mini tomatoes. I do like eating them by themselves. Jordan's gonna bring some for snacks at work. Got some bananas, got a cucumber, got a bell pepper. We did get a avocado ranch salad. Jordan and I will split that. We got some carrots, and then I also got these sweet bread. They're pastry rolls that are Asian, and I want to try these. I don't know how they're gonna be, so I got 2, one for me, one for the children, and that is everything. That's everything this time. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. So let's get to making dinner as Jordan, the hubby, puts it away. Which, by the way, I'm very thankful because he did go do a little extra working so that way we could do this grocery haul. Alright, this is the cooking part of the end of this video. I'm not gonna lie to you, I live in a tiny 1966 single wide in a mobile home park. This kitchen is old, and we are cramped in a very small space, so give your girl a break. And no, my house is not completely fabulous and amazingly perfection clean, but it's lived in, and this is real people cooking, so give me a break. You're gonna see it, you're gonna see it. Oh, yep, I touched the top of the element with my hand, got my knuckle, ow. Anyway, here is the dinner. We are making all sorts of good deliciousness. Someone said that they didn't like their own cooking because it wasn't fabulous. Well, it's home cooking. We're not in a restaurant. We don't have restaurant quality equipment. So, as always, you can only do what you can with what you got because it's really all you have to work with, especially if you are on a low income or you're struggling to survive like the rest of us in this crazy economy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.